In this video, we're going to discuss linear two variables word problems. So suppose we have this example that tickets for students cost $2 and tickets for adults cost $4. If a total of 200 tickets were sold for $700, how many student tickets sold? Find the student tickets. So in this questions, we usually have two variables. So the variables are definitely one of them is what he's asking for, which is the number of student tickets sold, right? So if we have two unknowns, being the number of student tickets, and definitely I don't know the number of adult tickets as well. So I need to construct two equations in order to solve these two variables. So the first equation usually relates to the quantity. So your unknowns, let's call them S and T, and the number of student tickets and the number of adult tickets should be equal to 200. So the number of student tickets and the number of adult tickets, let's call adult A to avoid any confusion. These should be 200. Now this represents the quantity. We want something to represent the value. So each student tickets you sell it for $2. So 2 multiplied by the number of student tickets. And each adult tickets you sell it for $4. So this is going to give you 4A. And this is going to be the 700, the value. So the 200 is the quantity, the number of students and the number of adults. And the 700 is the value, which is price multiplied by quantity. So 2 multiplied by S plus 4 multiplied by A. Here this becomes a two equations, two unknowns problem that you can solve simultaneously. But since you want the student tickets, so you can eliminate the adult tickets. So if this is 4, then you want this to be -4. So you can go ahead and take and multiply the first equation by -4. You're going to get -4S minus 4A equal to 100 multiplied by -4, which is -800. So when you add these two equations, you cancel the A. Since you want the student tickets, you cancel the adult tickets. You're going to get 2S is equal to -100. So you're going to get that the student tickets is going to be 50. Notice that in these questions you have two unknowns. So you need to make sure that you're answering the question that he's asking for. He could have easily been asking for the adult tickets, but since he's asking for the students, it serves well when you do elimination and you just eliminate the variable that you don't have. So the answer here is going to be 50. Let's take another example where the equation looks slightly different. So let's say we have X and Y both weigh together, weigh 170 kilograms. And X weighs 40 less than twice Y. Find the weight of X. Find the weight of X. So again, I here have two unknowns, which is the weight of X and the weight of Y. So I need to construct two equations, but the second equation is going to be different than the way we did quantity and price or value in the previous example. So the first is the same. They both weigh together 170. This means that the weight of X and the weight of Y is 170. Now you need to translate the second equation, the second sentence into an equation. So this is how we do it step by step. X, just write X, weighs, this means equal, 40 less, so it's minus 40, than twice y. So 2y, if you subtract it by 40, it's going to give you x. You'll find that maybe you want to solve this using substitution, since this x is the same as this x, so you can take this and plug it here. So you're going to get 2y minus 40 plus 40 is equal to 170. So you get an equation with y, you're going to get that 3y is equal to 170 plus 40, which is 210. So the y is going to be 70. But notice that we're solving for x. So if you happen to solve and get the y, you need to plug back here 70 and solve for x. So x is going to be 170 minus 70. So it's going to be 100. So always make sure that you're going to answer what he's asking for, because these equations, you have two variables. So you need to make sure that you're answering for the correct variable.